Hi all, so welcome to this channel once again, and in this video session I'll discuss row change timestamp column in DDL in IBM AS400. So basically we are going to create a row change timestamp column. So why we actually need this? So this is a column which is of type timestamp, and we can have only one row change timestamp column in our DDL table. So why we need it? Basically, when we insert or update record, when we insert the record to the table, this value gets updated with the time stamp at the time when the row gets inserted, and um, if any change happened or any update happened to that row, then that case this column gets updated with the change value, with the timestamp at the time which at the time the update happened to that row. So this column must always be updated with changes with the on the rows happened. So that's why we need this column to just check um, if any changes happens to the column with respect to the time stamp, which is updated day by day or hour by hour at the time when it gets updated. So let's start with the demo how we can create this column in the DDL tables. Let's have some example. Just copy this with DDL line. So here I do not need any identity column. Let's remove this. So we have simple columns. This is table line, DDL line. So field 1 cal 10 not null with default unique. Field 2 decimal 2 not null with default. Let me include the column name. Let's say field 3. So we need a comma separator after this. Field 3, so that the column must be of type timestamp. Let's have, you can have any spaces, but just keep minimum spaces as possible. Field timestamp. Now this is applicable for each row. So for each row on update, just like we use in the trigger SQL trigger way. So we use the same statement for each row on update as. So as here I need this row change timestamp, and one more important thing is this column must be not null. If you do not give not null, you will get the compilation errors. Not null. So field 3 timestamp for each row on update as row change timestamp not null. So this is the timestamp column which we basically need here. So every statement has some. So here, oh, let's have this decimal. So here you can see it again that it's a field 3 name. We can have a long name for this as well, some long name for column, then this field 3 timestamp for each row on update as row change timestamp not null. Just save it. So let's first remove this not null so that I can show you that we will be getting the compilation error. Just compile it with run SQL statement. just do work job, shift F6 or 4, press enter and then shift F6. So you can see field 3 is generated column and it must be not null. So this error you will be encountering when creating the row change timestamp column. So we always need not null. So work object DDL 9. So you can see the object gets created successfully. Just do DSP FD on that to see all those things. FFD would be more better for this. So you can see field 3 is a timestamp column which is of 26 length, and row change timestamp information generated always, default value is none, coded character set CCS ID is 273. So let me insert some records into this table. Insert just remove this. Since this is generated always, I cannot provide the value as I already share the same thing here in this video, that is GDS2 SQL, where I provided the identity column thing in the DDL way in DDL file. So if I try to provide some value, it will be in error. Let's provide some value to the field 1. Field 2, let's say 1. So a row inserted into this table. Let's query on that table. So you can see this row gets inserted and this is a generated always column, and we have this so just I press enter here so that we can just match what we are getting after update. So I'm updating all the rows. So let's see, currently we have only one row. Can I see whether I have the data updated? Yes, it's updated. Let me check whether the timestamp updated or not. So we have these two timestamp, 2021, 2021, 10, 15, 20. This is 41 and this is 42. This is 55. So you can see the minutes, seconds and milliseconds are updated. So it's on 41th minute and it's on 42th minute. So you can see this column gets automatically updated when any update happen to that row or those rows. Let me insert one more row to demonstrate this thing. So now I have two rows. So I have two rows now, and I'll update for field 1D. Update for, let's keep it as 3 so that field 1 equals to. So I'm updating only one row, not all the rows. So let's check with the time updated to that row only or to both. So you can see this was the previous time, 2021 10 10. So first row was updated 15 20, and it's, you can see 44 and 34, this one. So this time is updated for the first row, the time gets updated because that row gets updated. And for the second row I can see 2021 10 15 20 43 31 2 4 6 5 7 2. This row is not updated. So now you got the concept that only for those rows the timestamp gets updated which were actually updated, not all. So this column basically fulfill this column basically uh, is for this row change timestamp column. So what I can do is, you can see all the things are auto generated always by the system, updated by the systems on every specific row in the table. So what happened if I, let's say, not from here, this was the table, and what I can do is I'm telling you here, what I can do is I can drop this row change timestamp from this table. So if I drop this row change timestamp attribute from this field, that is field 3, which is a timestamp field, so this field still reside in that table, but the attribute, that is row change timestamp, would be removed. So for that purpose I would be using alter table command. So alter table, then table name DDL line, then alter column, that is field 3, and then drop this row change timestamp. So once I drop this row change timestamp, so you can use this script to drop the row change timestamp. So once you drop this row change timestamp, what you see, this field would not be then a row change timestamp field. This is a normal timestamp field, and you can insert your timestamp what you want. So that's all the uh, concept of the row change timestamp column. You can have that column in the table that is always a timestamp and that is always not null, and you can even drop that as well, and then that timestamp column will be a normal timestamp column. So that's all in this video. Thanks and have a nice time.